Hey everybody, I know it's been a while, but this is Hot Shot Sports Talk. I got my buddy DM, Dustin Murr. This
What's
is
up?
Willie G. We're here to talk Hot Shot Sports with you. Everything, man. Today we're going to be talking about the NFL 17 game season, the start of the MLB season, and we're going to
Woo.
get into a little bit of, Alaska softball, talk this, talk that. We had a snow boot tournament up in Talkeetna, and, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of
I think
fun.
everybody fell down at least once. So, I mean, that's a win.
At least once an inning.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so much
Three
fun.
times a game. Yeah,
So
that was a
much
great time.
fun. So much fun. Dustin, it's good to have you on the show.
Yeah,
Uh,
good to be here, man.
I know it's been a while since we brought you guys our last episode, but a few things have changed, and got to keep this trainer rolling. Now, first thing I want to talk about with you today is the 17 game season in the NFL. Like,
Ooh,
we got a lot of
the
players coming
money
out.
grab. The
Dude,
money grab.
we got a lot of players coming out talking about how they do not like the 17 game season, and it's mostly because they're already under contract for a 16 game season.
Yep.
And that
My boy Kamara is not happy about it. That's for sure.
no, he's been one of the more vocal ones.
Yeah,
if y'all
he's
don't
tweeting.
if y'all don't know, Dawson's a big Saints fan. And hey, ode to your boy Breeze. It's
Yeah.
good to have him in the league while we had him. He was consummate professional. With everybody in the league admires him for the same reasons that everybody in the league is admiring J.J. Watt. What they did for
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
communities after major events, and yes, they were both hurricanes,
Yeah.
but two separate crazy things, and their cities rallied around those athletes.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it just good human beings doing good human being things. We
yeah,
need we need more of that these days, you know? They're
absolutely.
so angry all the time. Quit being angry. Go out and clean something.
Word. So the 17 game season, it's beneficial to some, not so beneficial to others. I think that we're going to probably see less losing record teams qualifying for postseason with the extra game, if that makes any sense. But it
I
could
mean,
also go the
it's
other way.
yeah, it's kind of it's I mean, now what's a wild card game, you know? It kind of seems like that playoff implication that I mean, that could be oh, now we were in last week, but now we got that 17th game and now we lost and three other teams won.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
mean, that could play a big role in that too.
what's and then your mediocre record is now a 9-8, right?
Math is hard.
Yeah, yeah, no, 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 no. I'm trying to think. So you get
Yeah.
17. We'll play 16 weeks will be played. Everybody will get a bye.
Yeah.
So
So you're
your 8-8 record,
yeah is
it,
eh,
8-8 at a 500, you should miss postseason, in my opinion. Like
I agree. I mean, especially with the caliber of teams right now, like everybody's pretty good. I mean, you got the Chiefs, you got the Seahawks, you got the Saints, you got Tampa Bay, you got Bills up north and Green Bay, and that whole conference is nasty. So I
so.
mean, it's
If we go into last year's standings at the end of the year, there's teams that were on the downside going into the postseason that made it in that
yeah,
may not have been there. The Seattle Seahawks. Like they would not
yeah,
be as high a seed. They wouldn't. There would be other teams pressing to be into the postseason last year, and I think that's kind of where the players are like, oh, we don't like that, but next year's next year.
yeah. Yeah, I think it can go either way. I think for me, if I was a player, my big thing would be like, all right, well, I'm getting paid for 16 and you want me to go out and you want me to play 17 and then you want me to play in the playoffs. At what point do I get to do like a LeBron James move and kind of be like, hey, I'm going to take a couple weeks off for this next run, you know, like they should have added a bye week, I think, if they were going to add an extra game.
Do you think it's going to be a little bit more like Popovich in the NBA? Like, hey, I need to set some stars mid-season in some games.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I meant by the LeBron thing is like, you know, that's he's taking games off. I mean, you got Harden up there with a sore neck, and it's like, is his neck really sore, or is he just kind of, playing the game a little bit? Because I mean, some of those veteran players. I mean, look at Breeze last year. He just got absolutely wrecked, and he was playing already wrecked. Like they found out he already had broken ribs. It's like you want him to, you know. Uh, I just see him. I see him playing the game a little differently when it's when they got such a long. I mean, I know it's only one extra game, but the things that
The
those bodies are
backups
go through.
backups just become that more important, and the NFL
Yeah.
is the next man up kind of game.
Oh, for
Uh,
sure.
there's really good talent sitting on people's benches. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are proof of it. You got Shady
Yeah,
sitting on the bench.
I know.
you
I
know,
mean, is Shady still Shady, or is Shady
I
just?
think Shady probably could be given an offense that would feature him.
Yeah,
He hasn't taken a lot of hits in the last few years.
yeah,
Because he
that's
hasn't
true.
been on the field. Yeah, he's not as fast as he was. No, nobody really is once they hit their 30s. Even
Right.
Adrian Peterson slowed down. That's why people
Oh
started
man.
hitting him harder.
Yeah. Then he started hitting his kids. It was crazy.
yeah, it, the guy lost a lot of respect in my book after that. When you look at the pictures and you see,
Yeah,
like, man, I can never justify grabbing a switch to hit a kid. Okay, in general.
yeah.
Now
Times have
we
changed.
were raised in different times. Absolutely, times
Yeah,
have changed, and so when you see a kid get hit 26 different marks on his body and marks on
yeah.
his
That's
testicles and inner
oof.
thighs,
Yikes.
like
Not
that's a
cool there,
lot
buddy.
of whooping with the switch. So you lost a
Yeah,
lot of respect in my book.
yeah,
Um, so fuck that
yeah.
guy.
True that. Yeah,
I'm sorry, we
right.
gotta watch the f bombs, but
Yeah,
yeah, the 17 game season I think is beneficial to some teams. I think some teams it's really not going to matter to the Chiefs out there. The Bills these teams that are built
yeah.
well, and well rounded. The
Yeah. I mean,
team.
I think it really comes down to coaching too. I mean, it's really going to be one of those things that, the coach is going to know when a player's, not 100%, and when he wants him 100% at game 20 of the season, which would be like a division round in the playoffs, he's going to know when to, say, hey,
So we've
we're going
seen
to,
this more and more with running backs of that
yeah.
happening.
Oh, yeah. The
Okay,
committee right now is
yeah,
huge in the
yeah.
NFL.
It's not necessarily a lot of the other positions. Your high value positions, quarterbacks aren't sitting to rest them. Your
Yeah.
left tackle, if that guy doesn't have two broken legs, you're not resting the left
Yeah.
tackle. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, there's positions that aren't resting, and you have your key matchups. But are there games where teams are just that much lesser that you could afford to sit out a key player because I mean, the Packers did it last year with Devontae Adams, and it paid
Yeah.
off so well. Matt LaFleur might be one of the few coaches to get on this bandwagon early. Devontae Adams says, "Hey, dude, I'm like 99.9% ready, like to
Yeah.
go." And the coaching staff and LaFleur said, "Hey, we're gonna sit you out this week,
Yeah.
and we're gonna make sure that you're 100%. We don't want to take the risk of you not being there." And then what happens? Devontae Adams goes on to pretty much be the best receiver in the league. I mean, it's arguable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's where I get a little bit pissed off as a ticket holder, especially being from Alaska. If I'm coming to a game and I find out that we're
Your favorite
sitting,
player is not
yeah, we're
sitting,
sitting
yeah.
Kamara for this week because he's
And they've
rest up
they
for.
seems like
It's like,
they've done that
come
with
on,
Kamara in the past too, where he'll have games where he gets only like 5 or 10 total touches, that's receptions and
yeah,
runs. But then there's games where it seems like he's touching the ball 30 times to 40 times in a game, which is
yeah,
ideally what you want. That guy is a game maker. He's a game player. He
yeah,
busts open something. So,
yeah.
and then
It's all coaching.
you got guys like Frank Gore out there, like who need that kind of
Yes, yeah,
the guy, man. Wow,
legend, legend.
legend.
But
Never a controversy. Never a nothing. The guy
yeah,
Wow.
No switches, no switches, no dogs, no elevators. Like you name it, that dude has avoided all those places. Good on him, man.
Frank Gore, yo, here's one for Frank
You're a
Gore
hero
right
in our
here.
books, Frank Gore.
Seriously, Frank,
You're on my Hall
you
of
rock.
Fame team any day of the week.
Oh yeah. Oh, instant, instant. So yeah, the 17 game season, it's gonna be long. The Packers had a bad draw. In my Packers, we got the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City for the 17th game. So
Yeah.
honestly, if there were somebody to have like a gripe about it,
Yeah.
it'd be us. I don't, as
Well,
a fan, I want to see more games. So
yeah.
more games
Well, I
that
mean,
count.
yeah, and I mean now you're looking at basically a playoff game on the last week of the season. So like if you're both in the playoffs at that point, is LaFleur and um pardon me, I forgot his name, old coach over there in Kansas City.
Oh,
Uh what's
big
his name?
fat boy,
I
Andy
forget.
Reid.
Andy Reid. Yeah. So I mean, are they looking at each other going, all right, we're doing second string stuff this week, and then we'll see you in the playoffs. And then, everybody at that 17th game is a ticket holder and as on TV watching is just like, oh, this is a preseason game. This is
Well,
bullshit.
the NFL kind of predicated the move to the 17 game season by having the change in the postseason last year.
Yeah.
Only number one seeds getting that bye. You know what I mean? So that's gonna make that 17th game
Yeah.
that much more important. Oh yeah, let that pup out.
Yeah.
Get that
That dog
squirrel.
wanted to
Get that
go.
squirrel. Heard the squirrel
Yeah.
running around. So
Yeah.
they already predicated the 17 game season with the expansion or deletion of the however you want to look at it of the postseason. You know, by only
Or
having the
preseason. Yeah.
one bye, one team bye. So
Yeah.
it makes you have to play all the way through. We saw that with everybody. Everybody had to play the last week of the season last year. I think with the
Yeah.
exception of maybe
And
Kansas City.
they shortened the preseason too, didn't they? That's
Yeah. Yeah.
this coming up year, so they'll
Well,
only have 3 preseason games, I think.
yeah, and that they found that with COVID and everything that the loss of the OTAs and some of these in-person stuff, going through
Yeah,
playbooks and sitting in a room, yeah, the camaraderie is great.
yeah,
Like that's ultimately what you're building. Well, you can go do that in a 2 week or a 1 week away before you get to preseason. You do the old school. Remember the Titans? We go out to the
yeah,
college grounds where it's all hollowed
yeah,
and foggy, and we go
yeah,
run and get conditioned and build your team camaraderie and look through a playbook. You
yeah,
can do most of that stuff online now. They realized, and it's still efficient. The owners
yeah.
realize, hey, we don't have to spend all that money feeding all these buffoons. Like, jeez, like, dang, there's
These
a
guys eat 7,000 calories a
there's
day.
a
Give
lot
us
of
the
there's a lot of chicken,
yeah,
son. There's a lot
yeah.
of
That's a
chicken.
lot of chicken.
uh, so yeah, it works. It works to the disadvantage of the players, but we have the increase in the salary cap coming up, so they're all going to get paid more. The NFLPA is going to argue for more money, and that's fine. They're going to get it.
For sure. Yeah,
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. They're going to get it because ultimately
yeah,
the players have to play for the owners to make money. It's a mutually beneficial thing. And
for
if
sure.
you're not getting the best talent out there, people aren't going to watch. So
Yeah,
the you
that's
know
why. Yeah, that's why the union's in place and the players associate all
Exactly.
that stuff. Yeah,
Exactly. So ultimately, the players can be mad and bitch about it now, but they'll get paid. Ultimately, they'll
yeah,
get paid. And, you know, these guys that are mad about already getting paid multiples, millions of dollars, they
yeah.
need to go
The
back and look.
Camaro just
They need to
died.
go back and look and see how much Joe Montana made for winning 3 Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Amen
Uh,
to that.
it's crazy what they were getting paid just 25, 30 years ago
Yeah,
versus what they're
for
getting
sure.
paid now. So you're just paving the way for the next generation. They should all just be really grateful.
Yeah,
Uh,
amen to that.
All right, let's move into our next subject. Let's talk a little bit of softball here in Alaska.
Ooh,
Dustin, you're kind of new to the scene out here in Alaska.
yeah, yeah.
You
It's
know,
uh,
where'd you play
it's
all your
getting.
ball at? Cause you got a hard throw, my friend.
uh,
You snapped
I
over a softball on me at about 85, 88 miles an hour. It scared the shit out of me. Okay.
yeah. I've been playing single A ball in Honduras for about 15 years. Just no big deal.
Jesus.
It's, it's,
Just
I
wrecking
really haven't been.
wrecking kids in Honduras.
Yeah, just
How
wrecking
much do you make
14-year-old
at a
kids. I mean,
game and playing in Honduras?
I think it was like a bottle of tequila and $40 maybe.
Sign me up. I'm in. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking for the same deal with the softball team, but haven't landed that one yet.
we had a chance to play with you last year in our Labor Day tournament in Talkeetna.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was a
you
blast.
got to pick
That
up
was
with the
a good time.
Cubbies team, man, and it was great having you. You
Yeah, that was a
kind of
really
led
good
off
time.
a key spot with the solo home run,
Yeah,
but
so in the baseball world, that's badass, but softball, I learned that
softball
day
is
that that's
not
not
good.
it. That's not it.
No, no, no.
That's not it.
Um, but
A
whatever.
double would be.
Did you play any of the snowshoe ball in Anchorage?
I didn't. I was out of town dealing with some stuff, but I ended up. Well, we did that snow boot tournament out
Oh
there in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Talkeetna a couple weeks ago. That was a good time.
Oh man,
Um, like out of control good time.
dude.
If whoever didn't come to that probably should have came to that. We'll make it bigger and better next year, I suppose. But
Heck yeah.
that was a really good time. I mean, kids on snow machines, ice fishing, and like people softballing and falling all over the place. I mean, really just. I mean, it was way more than I had thought it
I
was going to be.
I mean,
I
how
really
would you
expected
feel
the
if I
shit show.
told you that there was a 60-plus-year-old man out there playing?
I believe it. I mean,
Phil,
I think that's
Phil,
yeah.
this is for you, my dude,
uh,
playing with the wetsuit crew. Dude,
Yeah,
still holding it down. Snow boot softball. I saw Phil
yeah. Making
running
plays at
around.
first too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
making
yeah,
incredible plays at first. And
yeah,
you're like, damn, Phil, I hope I'm still going at it hard like you do, Phil. Seriously.
yeah. Amen to that.
Oh, my goodness. And that was fun, dude. The Spurs team won, or Black and Blue, or whatever the hell they were calling
Yeah, that's
themselves.
that's a Talkeetna-based team, right? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody on
kinda
that team.
cronies? Is that cronies
Cronies,
kinda mix?
Spurs, Woodies. I'm not sure. They had a bunch of mixtures. So we played on the Snow Dingoes team, is who you picked up with.
Okay,
Uh, and you could probably, man, if you don't pick up with the Cubbies team for tournaments, which we're really full for the
right.
Talkeetna tournaments. You need to contact Wade and contact uh, Adam Fast and get a hold of those guys and pick up with the
Yeah,
Mandingos. Those guys, they're a good team in Talkeetna and they could use you.
nice.
Uh,
Yeah, like how you just told me how awesome it was to have me, and then now you're trying to pawn me off on another team. That's real
I'm
messed up.
only telling you that because we typically have 13 people for the Talkeetna tournaments on the Cubbies team.
Mm,
So,
nice.
um, but yeah, so
Softball's been going all year, in Anchorage, man. It's been really awesome
yeah,
to
where you
have,
been training at? Because you were throwing the ball like a
well,
madman.
mainly yeah, mainly just at the Yankees facility, but, lately I've been doing the just kidding. Obviously. Erin Moretti's been doing something cool. She's been doing like a, weekly BP on Sundays. I think they call it church, but, so she's doing that at the
Amen.
yard, and then Amen, exactly. So, and then Kyle McBride's been doing a thing at the Fox Hollow Dome on Sunday mornings as well, which has been really successful. And that's a little bit more game simulation because we're inside a dome. It's really hard to see the ball in the outfield, but you still get to run, you still get to throw. Um,
You guys
Played a
run
little shortstop
drills.
last week.
You guys
It's
run
good.
some
Yeah.
drills, like just around the horn, doing
Oh,
different
drills?
things.
Yeah. I mean, like, no drills. No drills. We just kind
Really?
of we
Oh
just
man,
kind of
I relish in
hop
that.
into a scrimmage. Yeah. That's why you're better than me.
Yeah, no, I relish in it.
Drills, get out of here.
Oh, dude, last year with our brew crew team, our men's team, we got in. I don't know. There was 5 or 6 of us got together a few weeks before state, and we just ran out and our pitcher and our infield just kind of getting around and fine tuning everything. It feels good to just run those, when you're going 3 to 1, 3 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 or 5 times really quick.
Yeah,
When
for
you're out
sure.
of breath and just repetition equals success.
Yeah,
And that's all we're doing. Like, yeah, we're having fun too though because we're trying to make it as ridiculous as possible sometimes. Like Fleck gets up there,
absolutely.
we call him General Fleck on the backside. Uh, he our pitcher for the Brew Crew team, Fleck, and his daughter plays softball collegiately, and
Oh, nice.
so yeah, so
She
he
did
he
she
would.
come home and whip you guys into shape or what?
Yeah, oh yeah. She the plays that she makes when she's out there fielding and hitting, holy cow, dude. That thing coming slow at her, she's like, "Oh, meatball smoke."
Yeah, just
um,
smash it.
but
But yeah, so it's been a good winter for softball. I mean, I'm fairly new to the whole community here, and it's like really cool to be able to do something all winter long that at least keeps you kind of in the motion. Because I know last year when I came out in spring and it was just like, oh my gosh, and we had a late start because of COVID, so it was just like the first ball I threw, I thought my arm was going to fall off. So it's nice to keep that, like,
welcome to the
repetition
club.
going and keep you yeah, right, right. So I mean, it's been awesome to do that, and then, sounds like this year in Anchorage, at least, it's gonna get back to normal
Are
to
you
where
picking
it's a
up
lit
with a
we're
men's
gonna
team this year? Who are you playing with?
yeah, so I'm playing with mama's boys,
Oh, no, no,
some
no.
guys I used to yeah, the Brewers of Anchorage, right?
Of Anchorage.
Um, yeah, right. Because you guys are brew crew out there, right?
Yeah, we
So
challenge right now. I'm throwing it down. I know you're the new guy on the team, and you can't say,
yeah.
but you can't say yay or nay. Okay,
Mm. I can
gauntlet.
put you in contact with the right people.
Hey, yo, you can relay a message right now. We'll throw down for the colors. Okay,
Throw down for the colors. Oh
Brew
man.
Crew versus Mama's Boy Sandlot game.
Oh man.
We'll we'll pick a time and place, and we'll set it up, and we'll play you guys for the colors.
Okay.
We're the Brew
Yeah,
Crew.
I'll pass the word along.
Re-
You guys want those Brewers colors, huh?
hey, we just don't want nobody else in them.
Ah, okay. Well, that's what it is. I just ordered custom cleats, dog. You're out of luck.
Oh shit! What size?
Not your size.
Oh man, this year is gonna be a lot of fun. They had a lot of code changes this year for co-ed ball. A lot of the higher teams, they all got moved down to a C bracket this year.
Yeah, I
Uh,
heard about that.
I'll take
There's been a lot of stuff going on around that whole thing,
absolutely. We're still gonna try and get Brad Peterson in for an interview and see what's going on. See if we can get a rundown of exactly how everything's changed. Get it on from one person that knows what they're talking about.
for sure.
Um, and yeah, this year is gonna be a lot of fun. The first tournament for us in Talkeetna is Memorial Day
Nice.
weekend. That's the Nash Bash tournament. So we're really looking at 2 months, 8 weeks for our first tournament in Talkeetna.
Yeah,
Uh,
we got the super draft coming up. So super draft's a big one in town.
yeah.
Uh like record breaking this year. Like 21 men's teams and I think
Ooh,
a dozen or so women's teams as well. So it's like,
dang.
yeah, it's gonna be a
And
friggin' party.
so you
And a
got into
good
Super
tournament.
Draft then, right?
Yeah, yeah, so they're drafting on the 6th, I believe. So this coming up
Next
weekend, I
week.
believe. So
Next week, a
yeah,
week from
so
today, if that's the sixth.
Yeah. So we'll have all the teams will be picked, and everybody will know where they're going, and start start them chat lines up, and
Yeah,
talking all that smack. Yeah.
we're gonna run an episode after draft happens. We may even try to go live during draft, get you at the draft.
Yeah.
And we'll get you
I think
live.
uh, I
We
think
do some.
everybody's doing it pretty online, so it's kind of just.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can watch it. We can definitely watch it happen.
Oh yeah, we're
See me
gonna.
go in the, steal in the ninth round or so. I
Oh,
think
if you
I think
go,
I'm.
I think if you go in the ninth round, that's a crazy steal. First of all,
I think. Well, I hope so,
uh,
because then that means the team in front of me is stacked.
but
So
if it's all gonna be online, we're gonna do an AK Super Draft show.
let's do it.
We're
I'm
gonna do it.
totally down. All
So
right,
you
it's
got it
already
from
done.
us. Yeah, next episode next week is gonna be our Super Draft episode. We're
Let's
gonna
do it.
we're gonna give the rundown to everybody. Dustin and
Yeah,
I don't know shit about Anchorage players, so I'm just here to talk shit.
I don't really either. That's it. We're just gonna start talking all the smack.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
can't
That's
believe
what I'm
it. You're
talking
going
about.
there in the second round? Get
Oh,
out of here.
bad move. Bad move.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be
Oh
real
my
fun. Well,
goodness.
we'll get a lot of views that time
Oh,
and a
I
lot of comments.
sure hope so. I sure hope so. Hey, yo, and remember everybody that if you subscribe to our channel, you are entered to win a $300 Monster Bat 2021 Monster Bat. Click the little subscribe button. It's free, does nothing but makes it so you can watch every one of our episodes and enters you the chance to win that bat. $300 value.
Mm,
You guys know. Hey man, a new bat. That's a whole new season. It's
that's
better
right.
than last season, man.
The
So
monsters are hot
they
too.
are.
Yeah.
Oh, are they hot? And the winner will get their choice of bat. I've got a $300 gift certificate, so you'll be able to have your choice of bat, whichever one you want. If you want me to pre-order, tell us in the comments. Tell us which is the hottest monster bat. I'll go order it right now. Let me know. But
Nice.
we'll get it done. We'll just take care of business. I think we're gonna move on though. I think we're gonna start talking.
MLB.
Yes, yes, it is here.
Oh man.
Oh man, you
Oh,
guys call
don't
Sunday.
you just get goosebumps?
I
I just
did.
got
I
goosebumps.
absolutely
Oh
did. I
man. The
absolutely
crack
did.
of the bat, the smell of popcorn, hot dogs, beer. Let's go.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. You guys call your softball practices church, and I really think of baseball parks as my cathedrals.
Oh,
Okay.
amen to
As
that.
soon as you walk through their arches, everything everything changes. You don't have a
Yeah,
care about anything that's happening at work, your
that's right.
kids, your wife, your dog. It don't matter. Everything goes to the wayside. Cause I mean,
Some of them might actually be with you though. You could.
and even then you're like, hey, go into the bathroom. Don't touch nothing. I gotta watch this game.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh,
I mean, even to this day, I'm 37 years old as of yesterday, and I still bring
happy
my
birthday,
I
man! Happy
thank you,
birthday.
thank you. I still bring my mitt to the park. You know, I
Yeah.
go I
Oh,
go
for
to a
sure.
big league park. I'm that kid. I'm still that kid.
Where
You
do you
know,
sit though? Do you sit outfield or do you sit baseline?
everywhere, everywhere. So
Everywhere? You just like
I
roam around? You're like
no,
that guy?
so it depends on which stadium I'm at. I've been to a lot of big league stadiums. Okay,
Yeah.
so if I'm in Safeco, I generally like to sit off of first base side or left
Yeah.
field, somewhere up
Yeah.
high in left field. You can get up above Edgar's Cantina, over in left
Yep.
field, and that's possible for fly balls. I go to the first base side, to catch those foul balls, and then maybe like get an interaction with the player. I sat
Yeah.
Diamond Club one game. Cost me. I got the ticket for like $160. Sit
Oh
four
wow.
four rows back.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
Had an interaction with Nelson Cruz, and he walked off and hit a dinger after we had our little interaction.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
tell him,
I mean, that dinger's for you. Yeah.
dude, they go up, and I think it was Nelson Cruz hitting after Robinson Cano, and they got up, and there's a shit play on Cano because he don't hustle, right? You know,
Right. Yep.
and
Yep.
you got Nelson Cruz
Yep.
over there with the bat knocking his weight off the bat, and I said Nelson, Nelson, because I always holler at him in their first name. Never with the last name because you got a
Yeah.
better chance at reacting, you know? Nelson, Nelson. And he
Right.
hears me and he looks over. I said, make him pay. And he looks and he gives me the nod and he walks up there, dude. Third pitch. Correct. Rips a homer, dude. And
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm the only dude in the diamond section too. Heckling. I was blown away.
Nice.
Maybe it's just something rich people don't do. Okay. But I'm
Right.
back there heckling. Okay, and I'm back there cheering on every single one of
Yeah.
my players. I know they can hear me because we're literally 15 feet away from each other, and there's a net between us. You know,
Right.
so it's like,
Yeah.
and I'm the only one getting hype in the whole section. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
going on here? You know?
That sounds like Mariners fans. You're
Oh, dude,
probably y'all are probably down by 10.
dude, they serve up crab legs, prime. You get those diamond tickets, dude. You have full feast. You
Yeah,
don't
dude.
pay like anything for any of the snacks. No, nothing, dude. There's just a cart sits in the aisleway. You
Nice.
walk up and grab whatever you want. I filled my backpack with all sorts of shit. Usher saw me doing it, and they're like, and he goes, first time, and I said, yeah, first time. He goes, dude, just fill her up, bro. Just fill her up. No joke. Uh, all the
Nice.
cocktails and
Nice. Well, good
beers.
on him then.
Oh, dude, yeah, he don't care. Mariners money, make him pay.
Yeah, make him pay.
um,
Oh,
but
that's
yeah, so we got the season coming up. What is, your biggest thing you're looking forward to seeing this year?
man, I really like what the White Sox have done in the offseason. Um, I like I like kind of a lot of teams. I used to be a Red Sox fan, but they cheated. So that now it's kind of like free for all. I just kind of want to watch good players play good ball. Um, I love Mookie Betts down in LA. I mean, he's a legendary. So
Yeah,
I want to
he's
see.
good.
I just want to see. I want to see really good baseball. I think this year, like a lot of teams are real competitive. The Mets are looking good. The White Sox are
I'm
looking
excited to
good.
see how the
The Padres.
Padres come
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
You
Come
know,
on now.
they
That
definitely put
bullpen's nasty.
they definitely, yeah, see, you're a pitcher, so
Yeah.
you're all about
Yeah.
that. Uh
Yeah, dude.
they paid a lot of money to put that squad together. And
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen other teams try it and fall flat on their face trying to buy
Yeah, I
teams
think they
like
got
this.
really I think they got really tired of more Dodgers fans coming to Petco Park than Padres fans. So somebody was like, y'all gonna find out. Keep
Oh my
paying ticket
goodness.
prices. You're gonna find
Oh
out.
my goodness. The Braves are going to be really good again this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, out of the NL, look, I
Man,
might call it right now. I think the Braves are probably the best team in the NL. Uh,
Dodgers are still nasty though.
man, it's tough to maintain the top spot, is what I know. Okay,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
if anything about baseball in my 37 years, has taught me is that that's the hardest spot to hold in baseball is the top spot,
For sure.
and I think while I just think the Braves are gonna be the best team in the NL.
I'm gonna okay. So I'm gonna go out and say if the Mets pick up Lindor and they actually sign him, which they're
Okay,
working on it,
yeah.
Cohen, like richest dude on the planet, having a hard time paying a guy 400 million because he wants to win, which is ironic to me. Like
What?
how many more monies? Oh, Steiger. So I think the Mets are going to be the team that give the Dodgers a run for their money. So I'll go Mets, you go Dodgers, or you go Braves, and we'll see which one ends up playing the Dodgers. It's going to be like the Brewers or something silly, but you know
Some
what I mean.
something just not right.
Yeah. Yeah. The Florida Marlins all of a sudden are in the race. What? Where are
You
they?
know,
Miami?
well,
No way.
there's the perfect example of a team buying championships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Miami back in the day.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh, dude, yeah, the season's gonna be great. As a Mariners fan, I'm super excited about my Mariners team. We're really young. We have last year's Rookie of the Year. AL Rookie of the
Nice.
Year on our team. Yeah, so there's upside. We got rid of my current favorite player on the team last year, which was Daniel Vogelback. You know,
Oh,
you know that
yeah.
guy.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of
Didn't you guys get
a
you
lot of
guys got rid of your CEO too, right?
yeah. Well,
For
that guy is
the
kind of a
terror, yeah.
douchebag. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Out.
I'm glad he's out. Get him out of the building.
Yeah,
That is not what our organization needs to be known for. We're not about that. You know,
man.
he alienated players. It's no secret that teams hold back players to save money. They put them in at the end of the season for just a few games so that they don't ruin their rookie year eligibility type shit. Uh,
For you, for
you
sure.
know, it's known that teams purposely hold back good players for 3 years just to make sure that they're good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's rare that you skip through the minors type shit.
Yeah.
Like pitchers are the few guys that make it to skip through. If your
Yeah.
mechanics are down and you're already throwing mid 90s heat, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you pretty
Which
much.
almost everybody is nowadays,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
even harder
yeah.
than it used to be. I mean, like everybody's like throwing 100. It seems like it's.
Nobody's really throwing 100. There's like five
Well, I mean,
guys.
yeah, but like everybody's throwing gas. Like it's well known that if you're not hitting 97, 98, you're probably not gonna get called up
um, you
unless your
know,
location is just
yeah,
spot on.
unless you're at like a what would you say, like a
Maddox
six, like
esque.
a 6-1 strikeout to walk. Like you gotta
Oh,
be
you, you gotta be probably better than that to
walks
just to
hits
get a look.
over inning pitch. That
Yep,
the whip is definitely, I think, a better standard than some of the older stats that we used to judge pitchers by. The ERA is a little
for
strewed.
sure.
You know what I mean? But the walks hits over innings pitched, that makes a lot more
That's the
sense.
one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Like
What's your whip?
what's your whip? And that's a good judgment by what you should compare pitchers, I believe. How many
I
walks, how
agree.
many hits are you giving up for your inning? That's all we care about.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
because
How many
run,
people are you putting on base?
yeah, because runs are
Yep.
generally dictated by defense.
Absolutely.
So, uh,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good season. I think there's a lot of teams. I'm really excited for the White Sox. They signed a lot of good talent in the off season. They got a pretty good rotation coming in, um, and I just think that they're due for. They've been rebuilding since like 2017, and I think they might have finally put something together that might
right
work as long as it works together.
now,
So
what about the team that
maybe we'll
we
see a White in the AL.
right? What about the team we all love to hate, the Yankees? Okay,
Oh god. Well, they're stacked. I mean, come on.
they're pretty
They know how to spend
they're
money.
pretty stat. And traditionally,
Yeah.
everybody says that, and they're actually really good at farm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They call
Yeah.
it, yeah, they bought Ellisbury and Damon, but that's not their team. It wasn't their team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
you get what's his name from the Braves to play first base, but it's not their whole team. Judge comes up through their system. They get guys that come through. Uh, you know, I'd say they're just a team that does it better than other teams. That's why everybody
Yeah,
hates
for sure.
them.
Their front office knows baseball probably better than any other front office in the game, and that's a big part of why they win a
Can't
lot of
say you can't
championships.
say that for the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. Oh man,
Oh,
they
burn!
still got like 400 million to pay
Fucking
old Chucky, man.
dude, their
It's like
owner
Gruden.
has the worst haircut in the world. Oh my gosh, guy drives to
Yeah.
Chico just to get a bowl put on his head on the front, and then fucking shaved around the back.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Gruden follows right behind him.
Oh my gosh, 100 mil
Dude,
contract for a
yeah,
guy.
Man, I'm telling you. So, I mean, I don't
God
know what if that's a
darn it.
testament to just how much that guy can bullshit, or if it's a testament if he's a really good coach, or he's just good at his brand. I don't know what Gruden's doing to get paid like that, but it
Uh,
sure as hell ain't winning games.
no, he was the last
It's
guy to
not
win
winning
him and
football
would do anything good in Oakland. And his dad's dying wish was probably like, get Gruden in here.
games.
And then he's like, 100 mil.
100 mil, just got it in the will.
I'm waiting for ESPN to buy his contract out.
just just out of nowhere,
Hey,
throw
yo,
in
sorry, we just bought your contract out. That's just how it goes. Now they're free to go buy a real coach.
yeah.
Guy
we're,
got fucking.
we're
The guy's got
take
Mike
backs.
Mayock as his goddamn GM. That's a joke. Completely unqualified.
I feel bad for all my Raider fans
I
there
do
and
too. I like
fan
the
friends.
Raiders, dude. What a great move
I think
though
I
to
know like
move.
I know three. You know three.
It was a
So
great move
yeah.
to move to Vegas. What a great market. We look how good the
Oh
Golden Knights
man.
did in the NHL. It's a great market to
Yeah.
be in. As a franchise, that's where you want to be. There's
Yeah. I
nothing
was
but
just
money.
down there. Their facilities are incredible. I was actually just down there a few about 2 months ago, and man, their training, practice, and medical facility is like brand new, state of the art. Everything. Their stadium's gorgeous. It's just like, man, now they just got to figure out how to win a football game.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I mean, I don't think it's Derek Carr. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
Marcus
what they got to do.
Mariota signed for less money. He took
Yeah, and
less
I mean, he
money.
could do it. He could do it.
That tells me that he's their guy. Why would you sign a contract? A team guarantees you money. It's guaranteed money, right? Okay.
Mhm.
And then he signed for less.
Yep. Yep.
He's just like, no, you know what? I'll do
I
this
think he
for
just
less.
wants that role.
No, I think he's gonna
Yeah.
have. I think Gruden said, hey, yo, if you take a pay cut here, and Mayock comes up to him and says, hey, if you take a pay cut here, we'll guarantee you a starting role. Because when he came in for Carr, it was a completely different game. That game I was watching,
Oh,
it was
for
a
sure.
completely different game. It was so boring watching Derek Carr. And then blam,
he
Mariota
is he is a very boring quarterback.
and then Mariota comes in and it's flash this, flash that. He's making plays, things are happening, teams rallying. You know, it was good to see.
Yeah.
So I think they went to him and said, "Hey, yo, if you take a pay cut, we can actually afford some other things this year and protect you and do some things and get you a couple more tools. We'll guarantee you to be our starter." Because Derek Carr isn't it. And
Yeah.
I was on the Carr wagon. Okay, I really
They've
liked it.
tried that experiment for quite some time and it
It
hasn't
hasn't
panned
worked
out.
out. No, it's the only reason they went out and got Gruden. I really think was the fact that they had Carr, they had a young, good quarterback. Now we need a
Yeah.
quarterback guy,
Yeah.
and that's Gruden.
Yeah. And they
So
tried to put the puzzle together, but the pieces just didn't fit,
yeah,
which I think
exactly.
Mariota is definitely a better fit for that offense
And
when
not
you
just
look
that
at
offense, but any
mobility.
offense in the NFL this day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Uh,
Yeah, everything's moving toward a mobile quarterback. So, I mean, the pocket passer is a dying breed, and
Absolutely. I think you have to
so
be that super hybrid. You have to be that Mahomes. You have to be that Rodgers. Uh,
yeah,
who else does it really well is Fitzmagic, dude. I'm telling you what,
yeah.
if
He's
that
got to get a Pro Bowl, man. He's got to get a Pro Bowl so he can get in the Hall of Fame, man. That's the one thing he's
he,
got.
his game is so underrated. There's so many people in his bandwagon. Guys played for half the NFL. Okay,
Yeah,
but he's so underrated in what he does for your offense. Like when
for
he
sure.
gets outside of the pocket and he's making things happen, it looks like you're watching uh, a Mahomes or a Rodgers or an Allen.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not as big as Allen,
But
but
that beard's flowing in the
dude,
wind, the
yeah,
beard's flowing
and you
through,
see
and
it,
he's
and
just like,
you
oh,
see him rolling
fuck.
out, and
Yeah,
he makes guys miss, but he also takes big hits, but makes the play. You know,
yeah.
it's
Gotta love the
crazy
guy.
that they switched from him to Tui or Tua
Yeah.
in Miami. Man, how
Oh,
do we get
youth.
back on
I
the
mean, youth.
NFL?
I don't know. I think we just really love
We
football.
love football so much.
Yeah.
We love it. Jeez.
Back to
Back
baseball.
to baseball.
All right. Who's your AL
My
AL MVP? We'll do AL and NL MVP. Who you got?
my goodness. Uh, you know, I'm gonna go with my last year rookie of the year. I'm gonna stay homer with it. I'm
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Kyle Lewis, that's my guy. I'm not even joking.
Okay. All right.
Last year's rookie of the year did crazy things, not just for a rookie, but for every MLBer. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, that's what my gut wants. My brain tells me it's probably going to be Mike Trout.
Yeah. I mean, he is pretty good.
The-
Acuna's out there too.
yeah, but
That guy's pretty good.
I'm pretty yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be Mike Trout in the AL MVP.
All right. Who you got in the NL?
Oh, what's his name? Tatis Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
Padre now, right?
yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
gonna be my
Tatis.
my NL MVP. What about you? Who's
All
your
right.
AL?
I'm going Acuna in the AL. I think the Braves are going to be good, but I think without him, they're going to be noticeably different if they have to ever face that challenge. And then in the NL, I'm going with Pete Alonso. I'm going with the young kid,
Oh,
just
okay.
dropping bombs up in New York, man. Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's
Yeah, I
go.
like that. I
Big
like that
Mets
kid a
ball
lot.
right there, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
that's
going all in
huge.
on the Mets this year, man. I'm
You
watching the
got
Mets,
that.
I'm watching the White Sox. I'm wearing a Cubs hat. I know it's confusing, but it's just
Hey, to be
I'm
a
definitely
fan's a
watching
being
the
a
Mets.
fan.
Yeah, Mets and the White Sox this
Well,
year I
what we
think are
can't,
going
what
to
nobody
do
can
a
do
complete
is
180.
nobody can accuse you of being a fair weather fan because none of these teams are necessarily on the top of their game just yet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not bandwagoning.
No,
I'm
no,
I'm
no,
definitely just I'm picking some guys
no,
that I think really are going to play some good ball this year.
no. It's all good, and that's fine. Like watch whoever you want to watch. I'm not. I'll be that guy that's always by you, rooting, helping you to root your team on, instead of being the guy on the other side
Yeah,
of your television, just getting in your ear while your team's winning or losing. Like I'll be your buddy and help
right.
you root. You know what I mean? If our
That's why
teams
I
are
love you, Willie G. That's
hey,
why I love you, man.
if our teams are playing, I if my team's whooping the shit out of your team, I'm not gonna kick you while you're down. I'm just gonna sit there with a big fat smile on my face. You know what I mean? Like that just seems harsh. I don't want that done to me. So
Yeah,
root for your
yeah.
team.
That's good sportsmanship.
Yeah, root for your team.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I'll have to pick a new one this year. I don't know. I like the Mets a lot. I don't know why, but I just really like the Mets. Maybe
Well,
I just get out of the AL altogether and I just kind of ditch the AL and I go to the NL and I just go full on New York Mets fan. It sounds miserable, but I think I'm ready for that.
shit. I mean, at least you don't have to worry about Cano playing this year.
Right. Yeah. He's done, right?
Fucking juicer. Gosh.
Yeah.
You,
Well, I mean, you get that old and you're hitting bombs that far. I mean, something's got to be up, right?
he's lazy. Everybody knew him as a lazy player.
Yeah. But he's out there hitting
Didn't work
bombs.
hard. He
Got to be
didn't
doing
work hard. Yeah.
shouting the booty. Give
Yeah.
it to me, coach.
And it's weird that he played with A-Rod,
Yeah.
and then
That's where
goes
he
out.
learned it from.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Payrod. Jeez, I don't
Yeah.
like that guy either. Don't like that
Nope.
guy either. Oh my goodness.
Nope.
Oh man, dude. Well, Dustin, hey yo, this has been a lot of fun. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Say hey to while we're out here doing the thing.
No, I generally don't like people at all. So no, I was just kidding. No, man, I'm
Yeah.
excited for softball here in town. So I mean, anybody and everybody that's going to be out on the field this year, come say hey. Uh, I'm going to be a little more sober than last year. Last year, I was definitely not taking anything too serious, which is a good, which was a good gauge of like how little you can take,
Right. Oh,
how
I had a
serious
lot
you
of
can take it,
uh,
and then
A lot
Now
of
I'm gonna
people
go
are
somewhere
like,
to the other
"Oh,
side.
Dustin. Oh, you gotta handle Dustin." I'm like, "Let Dustin be Dustin.
Yeah.
Shit."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
like it.
I'm looking forward to remembering people's names and actually like interacting on a good sober platform. So that's exciting. Of course, we're gonna have some beers out there. We're definitely gonna have a good time. And I never make it to Sunday anyways, so I'm just gonna be having a blast on Sundays.
Yeah, hey yo, and shout out to Aaron and Kyle for holding
Oh,
those in town
absolutely.
practices.
Yeah.
Like for real,
Yeah,
man.
big time in our little
Uh,
community, man.
you could
Big time
definitely
for them
see
to
it
step
in
up.
Aaron's game at the snow boot. Like
Yeah, she was
she was on
polished.
point. Everybody
Yeah.
else was slacking, and she was firing pistols from third. So
Yeah.
Um, well, right on, Dustin. Hey, dude, it's been a pleasure doing this episode with you. I know we're gonna do more next week. We're gonna do the
Yeah,
AK
let's do
Super
it.
Draft
Super draft.
episode. That's gonna be a lot of fun. For everybody still watching, be sure to smash your subscribe button and the like button. The like button helps us out immensely. It's all free. It's right down below. If you subscribe, you're automatically entered to win a $300 Monster Bat. The drawing will be at our Memorial Day tournament, the Nash Bash tournament in Talkeetna. I will be there. Dustin will be there. We'll be doing an episode, and we'll draw the winner to give away the bat. The only way you can do that is by subscribing. Um, you know,
The other alternative is you catch these hands.
yeah, you don't want to catch these hands, son.
You don't want to catch these
You don't
hands.
want to catch these hands. Oh my goodness. Well, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is Hot Shot Sports Talk. Dustin Murr, Willie G. We're out. Peace.
Later.